earlier today, people. Just a little bit earlier. We're ready to go today. Are you ready to go? Let me get the chat box up here. Let me get the boys popping and ready to go because I'm ready. Are you? It's a Thursday, people. Oh, we're feeling good. Money's rolling in. Times are hot. Everything we touch. Coming up liquid gold right now, and I love it. I love it. Now, the reason I had to come in 15 minutes earlier, got some plans I got to handle this afternoon. Also, a ton more to do here on social media with shows tonight. I'll be on Game Time Decisions at 6:44 with Kevin. We have the 30 Minutes to Kickoff show at 7:30 tonight. That's Joe Lisi, myself, Mike Carver, and also Tom Vecchio. I have my BMR podcast at 4:30. Got to film some other videos. And, of course, doing a Major League Baseball show here. And got to stop by and check on the parents here and see what's going on as well. So I'm ready to go. Who else is ready? Let me put that up on the screen. Bang! Bang! Good morning, DRS. Let's go, James Jackson. Absolutely. Boy, I was up late last night. But it was for a good cause. We were getting money last night. How about the Seattle Mariners, man? I've been asking for a long time. Just have something go our way for a little bit. So, no, late in that game, leaving the bases loaded in the 8th inning. And, boy, one more base hit would have got us to 3 runs. You get the extra innings. Teams aren't scoring appropriately at the right time, but yet still cashing in those tickets, man. Awesome stuff. The ride has been fun. I'm going to continue today. However, as you saw the tweets that I sent a little bit earlier, this card is tricky today. You got 3 games in the afternoon: Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Chicago, Houston, and Toronto. Then you have the night card: Washington and Miami, Detroit and New York, Mets and Phillies, Kansas City, Cleveland, Los Angeles, Seattle, and then Colorado and San Diego. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, we got to get rid of some of these kick guys again here. Let's see. Boop. See ya. Yeah, the Mariners was awesome last night waiting for that. Loved it. Absolutely loved it, man. But it's good. It's good times. It's time to get down to business today and certainly have some fun and win more money. 6 out of 7 days, things are coming at roses. They really are. When the bad beats stop, the big-time wins start to pile up, and that's what I expect for the remaining parts of September here. Also, talking for a football perspective, I'm enjoying the NFL right now. I am, and enjoying college football. My premium season starts in week number 3 for the NFL. So this week, again, have a lot of news and notes out. We'll be betting the game tonight. We'll have some fun with the boys, throw some prop bets out there, some same-game parlay, see if we can make some money. But next week, you'll know exactly what you need to know from every single NFL team, and the numbers will flow throughout the rest of the season. So check it out there at rightwager.com. The only place to come in the business and have fun. I'm here every single day, multiple shows across social media. Love it, man. James Jackson, Irvin getting more than 3 strikeouts was insane. Yeah, come on, man. Hey, Irvin yesterday, balling. Like, I'm watching that game like I'm going to lose this Marlins game because they can't score against Jake Irvin. Oh, they did, though. Oh, they certainly did. So that was fantastic. Kristen, what's up, man? Awesome. Absolutely, let's have a day. In a little bit early, let's get to this card today because there's not a lot to like, but there are some spots here that might make some sense. Pittsburgh and Baltimore today. They're going to tee it up first. Let me get the lines up on the screen. Oviedo versus Povich. 145 overnight. That's dipped down to that minus 120 range. I don't love either pitcher here. If we go back roughly 45 days on both of these guys, Oviedo is 9th on the card today. 63 ERA minus, FIP minus 97, XFIP minus 107, ERA 270, Sierra number 4.17. Liquidy right there, man, huh? Povich on the other side. He's 5th on the card today. 128 ERA minus because his ERA is high to 5.17. But his analytical numbers, XFIP and also Sierra numbers, they're low. I don't really like either one of these lineups. I mean, Baltimore is probably always going to show a better lineup than Pittsburgh has, but neither one of these really popped the card. Tampa Bay and the Chicago White Sox today. Amen, Michael. We hit on all cylinders yesterday, too. Me and Joe Ranieri, again, back-to-back dubs on a team total and also a full game run line and also a first 5 innings wager. It's been great, man. The early line buy bet's been fantastic. They're out again today, so if you haven't seen the show, go check it out because we laced a couple more in there for you today. Tampa Bay and Chicago. Ian Seymour on the mound. Love to see another Seymour pitching today going up against Shane Smith. That line about a minus 145 overnight now sits at around a minus 130 price. 7.5 to 8 is the totals on the board. Game is going to be played in Chicago. 75-degree temperatures. You like that wind blowing in from right field around 7 miles per hour, so not too bad. But if we are lining up Ian Seymour, I have him today, guys. The number 1 overall pitcher on the card. 78 ERA minus, 63 xFIP minus, or FIP minus, excuse me. xFIP minus 74, which is tremendous. ERA 3.24, and look at the xFIP number. 3.15, Sierra 2.84, elite statistics here coming in for Tampa Bay. You know me, I like to get down every once in a while with the Chicago White Sox team total. That ain't happening tonight. If we flip it over to Tampa Bay, the Chicago White Sox going with Shane Smith. Shane Smith on my card is 10th overall, but not terrible numbers, guys. 79 ERA minus, FIP minus 113, xFIP minus, not bad at 104, it's slightly above average, 326 ERA, 437 xFIP, which is a little bit high, and also Sierra at 4.20. You look at the card today, it's actually very good from a Tampa Bay Rays perspective against right-handed pitching. Yandy Diaz, high numbers. Brandon Lau, high numbers. Junior Caminaro's ripping the cover off the baseball right now. Josh Lowe, he's got great numbers. Richie Palacio's got good ISO power numbers, and Tristan Gray. So that's one of those games you might want to watch out for. So let me get my handy-dandy pen right here. Get some thinking music on this one as we go. Let's see. A little sensitivity here. Let's go ahead and we'll go Tampa Bay as an opportunity today to maybe strike it rich. I think we could do it maybe, huh? K-rate's okay. Shane Smith struggling with lefties. Lefties in the lineup, Lau, I should say, and Lowe. They got to break those two guys up. We can't have Laus and Lows on the same team anymore. We just can't. Can't happen. But that's an opportunity for a chance to hammer it out. That's a 2 o'clock game. Toronto and Houston. Javier versus Gaussman. Heavy favorite overnight for Toronto. Came in at FanDuel at minus 180, but now we're seeing that minus 160s. And by the way, minus 150, I'm seeing here at BetMGM. Total came in at 8.5 overnight, still sitting at 8.5. If you look at Toronto, they're going up against Javier. Javier I've listed as the worst pitcher on the card today. He's only got a 197 batting average against. ERA minus okay. FIP minus okay. xFIP minus a 128, which is actually the worst on the card. An xFIP number of 5.36, that's a disaster. And the Sierra number is a 5.13. I don't love the lineup today, to be honest, from Toronto. Springer's in there solid. Vladdy Jr. solid. Varsho solid. Schneider solid. The rest of that lineup is a little bit tough, but I still am going to write down Toronto because anytime you have the worst pitcher on the card, which yesterday was the kid from Washington, Bum Irving, as James Jackson pointed up there. He actually made some strides and did some damage yesterday on that. But anytime you get the worst pitcher on the card, it's always worth a look where you got to maybe sort of see exactly how that lineup is projecting. And by the way, I do think we have that lineup out. Do I have it? I do have it. Okay, that is the official lineup. All right. And the same thing there with Tampa, I assume. No, I don't have Tampa's lineup, but it just came out, I think. All right, Tampa. Let me just cross. So we got Simpson, yes. Oh, Yandy Diaz is in the lineup today. What's up with that? Lau is in there. Okay. And Lowe. All right. Caminero. Good. Mangum. All right. Seymour. Another one in the game. Love to see that. By the way, what's his numbers if I hit these bench option? Bob Seymour. Not really good numbers here. Gray. All right. He's got good numbers. Williams. Let me just go through here and show the bench. Is Williams a positive here? Not really. And Fiducia, who's not really good. Let's see it. Boy, we would have liked to have Yandy. He might be able to pinch hit in this game, but we would have loved to have Yandy in that lineup here. Love to have him there. But again, looking at that Houston game, Houston side of things, Kevin Gausman's on the mound, pretty good pitcher. Last 45 days for me on Gausman. He's actually number 3 overall on the card today. 174 batting average against, 77 xFIP minus, 259 ERA, 327 xFIP number, and a 338 Sierra. How about that? That's digging in just a little bit. All right. Let me just do something real quick here on the phone. Get those numbers up. Boom. Done. All right. Washington and Miami. Never a bad idea to look at totals there. Hey, Don, it's a big ballpark. You saw it yesterday. Miami couldn't get out of their own way in the first 5 innings. Boom, hit the gas pedal. Why? Because Washington's bullpen stinks, and both these teams stink, and that's what you get. MacKenzie Gore is on the mound, who's not a great pitcher. But where's MacKenzie Gore showing up today? Gore. Why don't I have him listed here? 66 batters over the past 30 days, so maybe we don't have enough? I don't think that's the case, though. Let me check. Let's go MacKenzie Gore. I need to get a extra look because it's not popping up right now. All right, so we got game log for Gore. 3, he's got 20 innings though, 10 innings over the past. Why is he not? We don't have a pitching change in there or something? What am I looking at here? Hold on. We go to my odds board. I still show Gore, but why isn't he popping up? Let me see. Am I just being blind? No, I don't even have anybody up there for Washington. Let me hit the reset button. That's kind of flaky. There we go. MacKenzie Gore popped back up. Brutal. Ooh, is he bad? Ooh, is MacKenzie Gore bad on these numbers, huh? 7.54 ERA. Sierra number 4.89. Here's the problem. Lineup doesn't look that great for Washington today, but can you absolutely ride that? That's the question. Xavier Edwards, Agustin Ramirez, bad. Jacob Marcy, very good. Wagaman, very good. Weimer, very good. But the rest of that lineup, a lot to be desired. That's a 4 o'clock game also. Boy, oh boy, there are some bad pitchers here that I just updated. Like, you probably should just fade him, but I just don't like that lineup overall. He probably gives it up, though. Detroit and New York, Tyler Holton's going to open today. And he is opening for Sawyer Gibson-Long, who's not a very good pitcher. Yankees lineup might be one of those we take a look at today. 75-degree temperatures, 5-mile wind blowing in from right field, doesn't matter. 7 out of the 9 batters pluses in ISO power numbers for the Yankees against lefties. And then if we just go up against righties, which is what Gibson-Long is, they torch righties. I think the Yankees are a pretty good look tonight. I think they bounce back at the plate. No guarantee they can win a game because their bullpen stinks also. But Cam Schlittler's on the mound today. So the Yankees, we'll write them down too. I'm still going to write down Miami, though. And then we'll write down New York, Yankees, NYY. But let me just go back and take a look at the Washington lineup. They played at 3 last night, which would have got you an all-team total, but not a team total there. Going up against Ryan Weathers, who's just coming back into Major League Baseball. And let me see what Weathers has been doing here. Because if we can get a game log on him in the minors, that would help. Hasn't pitched since June. He was actually having a decent start to the season, 3.28 ERA. In the minors, he's got a 2 ERA. But some of those dating back to May. If we go back to August 30th, 2 2/3, 2 earned. And then his last start on the 4th, 4 2/3, no earned. It's kind of tough to sort of weigh that. So nothing really from a Washington side. But again, looking at the New York Yankees, I think there's a possibility there. If we look at the Phillies game tonight, I don't know if we get a ton of runs today, do you think? Like, you have David Peterson on the mound. He's coming in at 8th on my card, 5.21 ERA, but a xFIP minus of 88. 4.10 Sierra, which is a little bit high. Phillies probably should hit tonight, but I don't love that. 75-degree temperatures, that's okay. That works. Get these guys out of here, too. Boom, see ya. You know, so Phillies perspective here, I'm not going anywhere. I think the Phillies actually win this game. I think the Phillies 4-game sweep over the Mets and go up 11, to be honest. I think that's one that makes some sense. Let's keep rolling through this. Kansas City and Cleveland. Kolek's on the mound. He's got some pretty good numbers. Even though he comes in 11th on the card, a 2.92 ERA, but a 4.45 Sierra. Don't love that card, or don't love the anticipated lineup for the Guardians. Kansas City Royals going up against Gavin Williams. They got a really good-looking lineup. You know, every night it feels like Kansas City has a good-looking lineup. And sometimes they stone you in the head, it feels like. It just does. Crazy town. It is what it is. I don't think I'm going to go up against Gavin Williams. He's actually coming in 6th on the card with some really good numbers. L.A., which is the Angels, going up against Seattle. Thanks for the winner last night, Mariners. Had me up all night. I'm exhausted. Going to have to take 16 naps this afternoon, even though I have time for no naps. Angels with Soriano on the mound. He's been pretty good. He's number 2 on my card today. We're staying away from him. Bryce Miller, not a very good pitcher, specifically to left-handed batters. However, only one left-handed batter expected to be in the lineup tonight for the Angels. So Bryce Miller, I have 13th on the card. Not very good numbers, but not a great lineup in a true pitcher's ballpark. Tonight, Colorado Rockies. McCade Brown stinks. Lineup not great for the Padres, but sometimes you just got to, hear that? Click the pen and try to roll with it here. I don't even think I have enough innings for him to be combined, but he's been so bad, he's got to be written down. So San Diego certainly is going to be one of those looks on the card that we have. So if we're looking today and saying, all right, where are we going? Possibilities. Tampa, Toronto, Miami. They're afternoon games. Possibilities for tonight, New York Yankees and the San Diego Padres. Now, we always like to get at least one game in per day. But I got to tell you right now, if it's not there, we won't force. If the price points are ridiculous, we won't force that either. But that's why I had to come on a little bit earlier than noon just to get some of that information out because we've got the 1 o'clock game, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. We won't be involved in that. Tampa, Houston, Tampa and Houston, those games are interesting to finish out the afternoon with some options here. What's up, Aaron? How's it going, man? So those are the options today. Yesterday, the options were, by the way, that I wrote down. Dodgers, check, that would have been a winner. Seattle, check, that would have been a winner. Arizona, I think got the 3 runs yesterday, right? What did they do yesterday, Arizona? The D-backs. Let's see. Scores. Wednesday. Diamondbacks got 5 runs yesterday, so they would have hit easy. And then the Padres. What did the Padres do yesterday? Pods. They would have been a loser. So glad we didn't connect the Padres yesterday, but 3 out of 4 there with some pretty good nights. And again, we only bet, Seattle. And actually, that wasn't yesterday. What am I talking about? That wasn't the card yesterday. Duh. Stupid. Pay attention, DRS. But we'll be back in it today. We'll find some winners that we can pick on. But once again, keep in mind, a lot of information coming your way today, right here on this channel. 7:30 tonight, the boys are in town. Lambeau Field action. Washington Commanders going up against the Green Bay Packers. Some good stuff, some good insights here. We're getting closer to premium season on rightwager.com. But thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. It's a little bit of an abbreviated show, short card. Got to get out of here because I got a ton of content to do today. But tomorrow, again, is going to be a Football Friday. We'll be right back for a full edition of the Major League Baseball show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's continue this hot streak, man. Let's get it.